Hello, intuitive friends, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second degree Reiki practitioner, as well as intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, take a look down below in the description box. There you'll find all the links connected to my credentials, my client testimonials, and anything else you might want to know about me. That being said, intuitive friends, if you're new to the channel, if you just subscribed to the channel, or if you are my current subscriber, I want to say thank you. Thank you for your love, your loyalty, and your support. I know I was going to do the $10 super chat live earlier this week, but been having some tech difficulties, and there's been a lot of energy shifting, and just there's been a lot. But we are back on it today, and let me tell you, I'm happy that I took those days of rest because I feel it. It's going to be a powerful chat today. We're going to spill some serious tea here. Every session is going to be 10 minutes. Let me tell you already ahead of time that there are times that I go a little bit over. But of course, I know you're not going to mind. Yeah, and every reading that I do, I might use different decks. Okay. I have like literally over like 50 something decks. So not all 50 are here, but I do, use a lot of different ones depending on the question. Okay. So just giving you a heads up on that. That being said, and Twitter friends, welcome. Thank you so much for your love, of course, your generosity, for being here. And let's get started with going over some important announcements here before I start. I don't know who's here yet, but I will find out in a couple of seconds. But first, let's review the following here in Twitter friends. This is a $10 super chat only. 10-minute, let's spill the tea. What's possibly going on with fill in the blank? That is the open-ended question that you can build on or that you can build from. Okay, if you need some examples, I've provided some examples for you down below in the description. Just making sure you guys can hear me. Some examples for you down below. Okay, this is not a free reading. There are no refunds, no follow-up questions. It's just one question, $10 USD, especially for those of you who are in a different currency. Just make sure that that's aligned with US currency. It is a 10-minute super chat only. Again, I at times go a little bit over. That is usually the case here, but it's fine. I know you guys are going to enjoy that. One question reading, what is possibly going on with fill in the blank? Now, remember, in Twitter friends, that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. Okay. My credentials, private readings, and testimonials are down below. Examples are in the chat as well as in the description box. Let me give you some examples for those of you who are watching. Those of you who know, you know, but those that are new, welcome. What's possibly going on with me and fill in the blank? I don't need the person's full name. I just need their first name or their initial only. That's fine. What's possibly going on with my career or any other aspect of your life? So, for example, what's possibly going on with my career, or what's possibly going on with my love life, or what's the tea, however you want to use that question. Okay. The next one is what's possibly going on with me. Oh, I'm sorry. What's possibly going on with my new connection? If you have a new connection, someone you just recently met, then feel free to ask, and you can add their name, only their first name or only their initial. Okay. Now, if it's somebody who ghosted you, you could ask about that too. What's possibly going on with why so-and-so ghosted me, right? And then we'll look at the possible reasons. What's possibly going on with fill in the blank? Yes, you can ask about someone else, okay? In regards to just that person's energy, okay? So I could give you the little scoop on that. There are no follow-up questions. Remember to read the legal disclaimer. And this is a 10-minute reading. I will call you in the order that you've appeared on the super chat. Okay. So legal disclaimers as follows. These messages are for entertainment purposes only. Please remember that readings should never replace professional licensed medical, financial, therapeutic, legal advice or professional licensed medical, financial, therapeutic, legal help. By the way, intuitive friends, just giving you a heads up, connection is choppy today. Connection is super choppy today. You know, we're in Mercury retrograde. I kid you not. I never have so much interruption, but it happened a lot before I got on. So hopefully it'll stay put for me. That being said, entertainment purposes only. Please remember that reading should never replace professional licensed medical, financial, therapeutic, legal advice or professional licensed medical, financial, therapeutic, legal help. My readings are for entertainment purposes only and are not replacements for getting licensed professional medical, financial, therapeutic, legal advice. Let's say thank you to Monica. Welcome, Monica. I see you have 2 questions. We'll jump on that in a minute. Okay, hi dear Lexa. I might be off because I'm in the middle of a retreat. Okay, no worries. I'll still channel your messages. And you're first, so it's going to be easy for you to find it. So no worries, Monica. But thank you so much, Monica. Nelia, hello, Nelia. Thank you so much. Spill the tea on anything and everything. Okay, well, listen, we're gonna hop on it. And Bake 215, welcome. You have 2 questions, and of course, we're going to spill the tea on that. Alexa, if my first question starts to answer my first question, okay, so let's spill the tea on S's current feelings for me in the no contact, and let's spill the tea on, okay. No, they're 2 different, those are 2 different questions, because one is just looking at that person's feelings, Bake 215, and the other one is more of a predictive, possible what could be unfolding. Okay, so no worries. No, those you're correct on asking 2. Yeah, those are 2 different ones, and we're gonna unfold and see what's going on. Intuitive friends, thank you so much for your generosity, and of course, we'll be jumping into the reading in 2 seconds. All right, intuitive friends. Hope everyone is well. I hope everyone feels great after the 333 March 3rd, the solar eclipse, the full moon, Mercury's in retrograde. There's a lot going on. I needed extra rest this past couple of days, I'll tell you that. But it's good because I've reset, you know what I mean? So we're back. All right, intuitive friends, let us start with our first question, which is from, wait, where's my little, hey. Oh, here it is. Here. All right. Welcome, Monica. We're going to start with your question here, taking a look at what's the tea with your love life. Okay, so let's see what's going on here in regards to what's possibly going on here in regards to your love life. Let's jump in. It's so, okay, this one, because I'm seeing a specific deck here for you. And let's take a look here, Monica. What's the tea in regards to your love life, okay? What's the tea in regards to Monica V's love life? What's the tea? What's possibly going on? Ooh, something flipped over. And that something is she who prepares, or the one who prepares. Ooh, nice. This is interesting. It's coming across as being really ready to strategize, to use I'm not saying just to use your logical, rational thinking, because that is what's coming through, but it's like moving in your love life in a very intelligent way. Okay. Now, it's not to say that you haven't in the past. Okay. This is not saying that one eliminates the other. It's just saying that the T in regards to your love life or what may be possibly moving on with this energy happening around you right now is that you are more prepared in a very different way, in a way where you are really taking a look at the most intelligent way or the logical, rational, analytical way that you can move towards something that looks or that presents itself in a way that you can build, but build it, because I'm getting this kind of like coldness of the swords, which by the way the sword is being held here, but then the softness of the blanket. So there's this sense of like, yes, you may be more of the kind of like emotionally detached, but not in a cold way, more in a I'll observe and assess type of way. Okay, that's how it's coming through. So the one who prepares, it's like you're getting yourself prepared, right? You're getting like, and what you may be doing behind the scenes is being more intentional. And that is the energy that's coming up through here. It's like I'm more intentional, but also in a healthy way. It's not the it's coming across like a mixture, right? And just kind of explaining or putting into words the energy that I'm picking up. Okay. It's like the king or the queen of swords, but with the touch of the king and queen of cups. It's that really nice blend where yes, I'm prepared. I know what I want, or I'm more focused, or this time around, I'm going to make sure that I really pay close attention to X, Y, and Z. But there's a softness. There's still this kind of like, I lean into my yin energy. I lean into my emotional maturity. I lean into my emotional intelligence, but with a very specific precision on just deciphering or being selective. Okay. But it's coming across in a healthy way. All right. So let's see what else is coming through here. So it's this kind of like this beautiful blend of the king and queen of swords with the cups, king of queen of cups. Look at that. She who stands, and this says resolute, impeccable, undetermined. Look at that. Yeah, there's a sense of determination that you're moving towards your love life with a very different energy. One that is, not only rational, logical thinking or more stimulated by, the observation or the conversations, but also one that allows the sense of like being firm, but not being rude. You know what I mean? Being firm, but not, um, but in a more feminine. I don't want to say feminine because sometimes people think this is a gender thing, but more in the yin energy, more like, stating what you need to say, but in a way that doesn't come across off putting. You know what I mean? It's like, I know what I can bring to the table. Um, and I'm looking for that same energy in return. And these are my standards. And it's okay if, the other person doesn't agree. And it's okay if the other person doesn't, isn't on that level. It's like you're very confident in like, I know what I want. You know what I mean? And it's like, if you're going to come in my direction, you need to understand what the guidelines are, or what the parameters are, or what the person needs to do in order to open up that connection, right? Or that possible connection. So it's coming across, like I said, and I said this at the top of the reading, I'll say it again. You have a lot of swords energy. So it's this energy that I'm feeling and that I'm picking up that you're really thinking about. You know what I mean? You're really thinking about your love life in a very different way. One that includes or that embraces that logical, rational, analytical thinking, where stimulating conversations are going to be super important. You don't want just someone that says something. Words don't mean anything if they're not backed up by action. Okay. So you're not in a hurry. You're not in this chaser dynamic, which is great to see. It's someone who just stands in their power and one who's open to, I'm determined, not in a unhealthy kind of like I have to push something forward, but more like I'm determined to stand in what are the things that I believe in, and I'm not rushing into anything because there's no sense here of rushing. There's no energy here of rushing. It's more of like I'm thinking something through. Let's get more clarity here with that one. Look at that. You're being very intentional because you've noticed or you've learned, either way, that in your love life, what's super important is the stability of something. So it doesn't make sense to rush into anything, and it doesn't make sense to, pardon the noise that's going to happen in a couple of seconds here because Ace is coming back from a walk. But there's this energy here of like being very centered. It's like, it's not just that I'm happy, it's that the person or that my love life fits in beautifully with my lifestyle. Okay, so I'm getting, there's this kind of intentional like lifestyle, a person who's able to understand what matters to me, what's important to me, what's at the core, whether it's obviously your children or your child, your energy here in regards to anything having to do with business, what makes you happy. You don't want to kind of like have to make that choice, right? Where it's like, it's this or that. No, you want the whole kit and caboodle. And this beautiful energy here in regards to your love life is, one that's more intentional and more committed to ensuring that those important family values or standards are met very early. It's like if they're not on board, it's like, see ya. See, angel of love, I told you, you're ready. You're ready in a way that's very different than maybe how you've been ready before. I don't feel this energy of wanting to rush into anything or to move towards something right away. It's more of this energy where it's like, I'm more open. Yes, I'll think about it, but I won't overthink it. There's this really interesting, in a way, juxtaposition of the metal and the softness. So there is this kind of like, and I said this to you at the top of the reading, where I'm feeling this kind of like king, queen of swords with the king and queen of cups. Okay. So your heart looks in regards to, or feels here energetically, like it's really ready to engage into this next level here for you in your love life, and you're not rushing it. It doesn't feel rushed. It doesn't feel, it just feels like I'm ready. And, I wouldn't be surprised if you're, using the type of manifestation where it's like envisioning yourself, like literally envisioning yourself with a partner. It doesn't have to be someone specific. It just could be general, right? Like the person, like the qualities of that connection that you want to see. All right, let's see what else is coming through here in regards to what's the tea with Monica's love life. Exposing lies. The truth will eventually be exposed. You see what I'm saying? Remember that I just said a little while ago, you're going to be very focused on intellectually stimulating conversations. You're going to make decisions in regards to your love life based on intelligent, balanced decisions. It doesn't matter what someone says, it matters what they say and do, and that is going to be very, very important for you. Again, another mask, a mask that looks like it's like kind of that metal energy. And so, as I said, yes, the emotions are going to be to the side. You're not going to come off in a very brassy way that is off-putting, but you are going to be very much aware of having those important conversations that lay the line, that lay the it lays the groundwork here of what your expectations are, because you're looking for something with substance. You're looking for a meaningful conversation. You're looking for um something that lasts. You don't want to high and buy. And so there's this energy here where you're that in order that you've noticed, because this is something about growth here, that you are going to get to the bottom of anything that doesn't feel quite right or sound quite right, or you're not. I'm also getting here, you're not going to give too many chances like you did in the past. You know what I mean? Like there's this energy of like very kind of straightforward, direct communication, but again, in a way that's not off-putting. So, all right, let's see what else is coming through, and then I'm gonna grab another one, and then double cross. You may face betrayal or being double crossed. And I feel that this is an energy from the past or recent past. And that is why this time around, in regards to your love life, you're going to be more careful. It's like conversations are going to be important. I'm going to tell you right now, your love life, in order for you to really not only find that energetic partner, it is very much connected to, is this person, through these conversations we're going to have, are they going to be honest? Are there things here that need to be discussed before? And it's because something here in the past or recent past in your love life may have been some type of betrayal or a sense of like someone trying to pull wool over your eyes. And I feel that the person did. I honestly said the person did pull wool over your eyes. Okay. You may have been too much in quote unquote love, and you worked less with that rational, logical thinking. And I feel that that's the opposite this time around, where you're really placing more emphasis in regards to to that part of you where you're like, no, I'm going to ask the right questions. I'm not going to do, I'm just going to keep intimacy, maybe even physical intimacy, at the last portion of the list, because what matters to me are the other important fundamental values here. Okay, so it's coming across as that energy. Okay, let's take a look at this deck, and then we're going to wrap up with the next. All right, let's see what's coming through here. Yeah, you don't want to make that same mistake in the past. So I feel that what's going on possibly here with your love life is a gentler you, but also one that is very cautious. Again, it's not coming across as off-putting. There may be someone that you may be having a connection with, because I wasn't say 4 of cups, but that 4 here with happy family, I do feel that there could be a friendship, and it feels very casual at the beginning. It doesn't even feel like it's like, yeah, I want to date this person. It feels like I want to get to know this person. I want to get to know this person's mind, or this person wants to get to know your mind before you even allow yourself to open up emotionally. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's this like a connection that either, or a friendship that there is now someone brand new, because there's a lot of white here. So there's a clean slate. That means there isn't something here connected to the past or recent past. So this is a brand new person that may be coming in, that you may be approaching, or that may be approaching you. And I feel here this person may have children, or there's this kind of like really nice blended type of energy. All right, so you have here delicate dawn. Delicate dawn and devotion blooms. Delicate dawn seems from, it says here, from fragile beginnings, nurture growth and hold on to the promise of hope. Yeah, like I said, you haven't lost hope in love. You have not lost hope in love, which is great. So there's not this energy of like, so I'm only going to take the ones I saw. So these two are the ones that are really kind of moving, like showing themselves to me. So there you go. You have delicate dawn. You're ready for a new beginning. Okay. You also have here devotion blooms. Nurture both blossoms and thorns with tenderness. Again, yes, you've been hurt in the past or recent past, but you're not allowing yourself to give up on the possibility of connecting with someone that connects with you, your family, your children, your dreams, your hopes, your desires, your career, everything that matters to you. Okay. Because there's lots of things that matter to you. All right. Don't allow the ex to mess up the connection with your next. But this is just giving me a kind of like a glimpse here. Okay, a glimpse here of why there's so many swords here. And again, like I said, it's a lot of swords, but there's also a lot of cups energy coming through. So again, more ready, more healed. I wouldn't be surprised if you meet someone who already has children. They don't have to, but I do feel that there's some energy here coming through, like blended family, whether the family comes with you having children and the other person having children or vice versa. But that's what's coming through here. So this looks really, really good. Really good energy. Look at that. See, you get protection. Okay, you're not going to allow free access here. Okay, the free access time has come and left. That was the old you. This is the new you. Okay, the new you is not going to give access to people here or to situations. If someone, ooh, there you go. That one just popped up. You have my thoughts and opinions are important. I said that. I said that I feel a lot of swords. There's a lot of mental energy here, but not in a negative way, not in a cold way, but like you're very, very determined. You know what you want. That's it. You know what you want. You're going to protect yourself. You're going to protect your assets. Okay. This is not free access. Come one, come all. That's dead, done, and over with. You're more in an energy where there's a brand new beginning for yourself. You still have hope that, love is possible in your life. You're still in this self-nurturing and care, and your focus is more about, listen, this is what I have on the table. This is what I expect. If you cannot come with a clear vision of being able to match the energy that I'm in, then you do not have a place here. Okay, because you're not going to allow another person to string you along or to create, you're not going to give access to the wrong people. So very, very beautiful energy. Last but not least, on that first question here, let's see what else is coming through, and then we're going to take your second question. Okay, Monica? Very beautiful reading. I mean, listen, I'm getting here cherry blossom season. Cherry blossom season is around what, May, April, March, April? So I'm getting spring, summer energy. I wouldn't be surprised if something shifts in a very beautiful direction here around spring or summer, because I'm getting spring or summer. So something here shifting in a direction where there could be a friendship. And I say this again, I'm going to stress this energy. When you meet someone, don't start thinking ahead of like, I'm going to marry this person. I'm in love. I'm, head over heels. Go nice and slow and have those deep, meaningful conversations in a friendship. Okay. Listen, friends don't make out, friends don't sleep together. You know what I mean? You do what you want, but what I'm telling you is it keeps you protected from someone's energy. Okay. So you don't know someone until they truly show you, okay, who they are. They need to earn that place in your life. And if it means we need to be friends for a bit just so I could get to know you better, a person who's serious is not going to rush that. They're going to actually embrace that, because we don't have too much of that nowadays, okay? All right, let's take a look here at what else is coming across. It says, wait, it says defend your ground. I mean, am I like on point today or what? You see, I told you guys I needed some rest. Defend your ground. What did I say at the top of the reading? You know what you want. You're not playing games, okay? And you're not giving meaningless chances here, okay? The person has one shot, okay? And by the way, the one who stands resolute and determined. Bingo, there you go. Defend your ground. You know that some beliefs are worth fighting for. Didn't I say that at the top of the reading? Let me give myself a clap. Where's my, where's, oh, there we go. There you go. I told you. It says, you know that some beliefs are worth fighting for, but you've chosen to retreat to avoid conflict. And this was probably in the past. In the past, you may have avoided those conflicts. You may have decided to stay way longer than what you needed, and it caused a whole slew of problems. And there were probably instances here that you may have reconciled with people that you should have just left in the past. Okay? All right? So as they say, you fool me once, shame on you. You fool me twice, shame on me. So this is a whole new energy, clean slate energy. Everyone here is wearing the color white, kind of clean slate. It says set clear boundaries. Okay? Hello? Validation, confirmation, and stand up to defend your values with a firm voice. Didn't I say that? You were going to stand in your power, but not in a way that's off-putting. It's in a way that's, you know, with a sense of warmth there, but very straight to the point. It says here, defend your values with a firm voice, because if you don't protect them, no one else will. I mean, you have protection here, validation, confirmation. It talks about standing up and defending what you believe in. Okay. This is talking about that your beliefs are worth fighting for. And this is the one who prepares. Okay. So you're preparing yourself through a lot of self-care and nurturing and healing the part of yourself that tends to lean into codependency, right? We all have it in some way, shape, or form, but you've healed that. So you are in an era where your thoughts are important, your thoughts and an opinion, because your focus is to protect not only yourself, your heart, your children, okay, or your assets and your value from people that just shouldn't be crossing your boundaries. So there's more of a clearer, firmer boundary. You're not afraid to be by yourself if you're like you're not afraid to be by yourself a little longer, just so that you can have a better quality type of person. So very, very beautiful energy here. Thank you so much here, Monica. Now I'm going to jump into your next question. Okay, your next question is, what's the tea with my business? All right, so while I put this away, intuitive friends, I want to thank each and every one of you for your love, your support, and your loyalty to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. Today, this is a $10 super chat live where we're spilling some serious tea. All right, so this kind of moment of me just relaxing, getting myself back together again, nurturing my soul, doing my beautiful full moon rituals and energies and meditations and focus. Listen, we're ready today. Intuitive friends, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe if you haven't done so already. I do free mini readings on my channel, and chances are I might do that later tonight. I don't know. If I don't do it tonight, I might do it tomorrow. I might come back later for those of you who are in places where you need to see this, or you see this at a later date. I mean, I'm sorry, at a not a later date, but a later time. So I might come back later to do another set of tea readings, okay? It seems that you guys really love it. So thank you so much for your love, your generosity, and your support. Intuitive friends, don't forget to take a look at the March readings. Okay, they're there, so take a look at that. Sorry, intuitive friends. Okay, here we go. Take a look at that. There's lots there. This month, it's all about pick a card readings. Okay, so every single element, earth, air, water, and fire, everyone has different pick a card readings. So let your intuition be your guide. And the more you guys give me a thumbs up, it lets me know that you really enjoyed that type of pick a card for the month so that I could repeat it next time. Okay. So make sure that you give me those thumbs up. So that lets me know that you are interested. Okay. All right, so next up, by the way, after Monica, we have Nelia. Okay, Nelia, you're going to come right after Monica. Monica, your next question here is what's the tea with my business? Okay, so let's get more energy information here about this energy in regards to your business. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, let me go over here. As I've told you, intuitive friends, I use different decks for different questions. Okay. So, all right. So this is what, something just flipped when I started. Wow. Okay. You got abundance and you got awareness. Interesting. All I did was just do one shuffle and it flipped over. All right. Abundance. Abundance comes from inner fulfillment and outer effort. Okay. So, number one, what's going on? What's possibly going on in regards to your business? Abundance is on its way. Is it taking its time? Yeah, it might. Okay. There may be some things here that might take time, but listen carefully. It's coming across as abundance stemming from your energy, the energy that you are generating. Okay. Your mindset, the mindset that you're generating or that you're thinking about in regards to your business. So even though it might not be skyrocketing very quickly, you cannot allow that energy of the delay in the abundance. And I'll explain why in a minute because it's coming across as earth energy. I'll talk about that in a minute. You can't allow that lack of seeing the abundance or the abundance that you have in your mind as maybe more tangible than anything else to rain on your parade, because this is talking about you being very centered in the energy of abundance, not so much the abundance you see generate in your business yet, because it might be a brand new business, maybe something that you just started recently. So there is a sense of allowing that to gain momentum and growth. Okay, remember that I said I was just going to talk about the earth energy. Earth energy, we plant the seeds. Okay, we plant the seeds, and I want to show you here the energy that I'm picking up. So we plant the seeds, and we might not see a lot happening on top of the soil at the beginning. Why? Because in the beginning, early stages of growth, it starts from the inside out. So there may be here, whatever it is that you are doing, you planted the seed, you have the right soil, and now it's the effort that you keep putting into whatever it is that you want to grow. And this effort is very much connected to the energy that you are generating in your mind and your energy field, because that's what you keep pouring in. So you got to stay optimistic. I'm telling you right now, that's one of the keys here, especially here with this energy. Solar plexus energy. You need to believe that this is possible, because if you, for one split second, start leaning in doubt and uncertainty and anxiety and stress because you're not seeing what you want to see when you want to see it, it can kind of, in a way, flip that energy around. So you need to be in constant awareness of your energy field. And I know the feeling, okay, because when I came on YouTube and started my channel, there was a long time that it took in order for it to, really gain traction. Okay. But I never lost hope. And there were moments that I was like, you know what, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe this is not, the way that I should go about. My mind was telling me, but let me tell you, my intuition was like, you need to keep going. Just keep doing it. Don't focus on the amount of X, Y, and Z that's happening or not happening. Just keep focused on what you're doing, which you've always done, because I've always done readings, just not on YouTube. So that's a whole other, energy. That's a whole other beast, sort of say, right? So this awareness of you just maintaining that eye on the prize and understanding that it might take some time, that growth is involved, that consistency is involved, that patience is involved, is super important. Here with awareness that says maintain awareness and be present in every moment. If it means that you need to do meditation or connect to some type of meditative practice, then you should do that every day to lessen the anxiety and the worry of why something isn't moving in the direction that you want it to move, okay? Or the speed that you're expecting, okay? I'm also getting here actually, I'm getting the first three. So here I was getting more solar plexus, but here I'm getting all three, as well as your third eye chakra. Okay, so I want to talk about your root chakra, root chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus chakra. Very important for you to ground yourself and then raise the vibration and work on your crown chakra and third eye chakra. Now, this is not saying that this is in lieu of working with all of them. You should always work with all of them first. And then those that need extra kind of finessing, extra focus on, then when you have time, yes, you should focus on your um root, sacral, and solar plex chakra. And then other times, once you do all of this, okay, alternate and do your third eye chakra as well. Okay, so there's like, different things that you can do. Let me give you an example. Every single day I do my 30-minute seven chakra balancing. I do that every day. Every day I have to be centered, I have to connect, right? Now if I feel a little like I feel like intuitively I should work on this a little bit more, then maybe throughout the day or maybe at night before I go to sleep, okay, before I do my nighttime affirmation, I go back and I give that area that I feel, because as you guys know, I'm a Reiki practitioner. I give myself energy work, right, in that specific area. And then I do my nighttime affirmation and I go to sleep. Okay. So that's my routine, but it's something that keeps me very much centered and aware. So this awareness is, yes, the things that you are seeing with your physical eyes, but it's also the awareness that you may be feeling intuitively. Okay. So very, very beautiful energy there. Let's see what else is unfolding here for you. All right. Oh, okay. Hold on. Spirit is like giving me the blueprint here. All right, let's see. Abundance. Let's give more details here for abundance here. All right, let's see what's coming through for you. What's this energy here? What's possibly unfolding in regards to your business? Monica's business. What's possibly unfolding here? Let's give more details here for abundance. And we have here, look at that. Yes, go the distance. Like I said, don't allow the lack of anything that you may be seeing with your physical eyes deter you from what the possibilities that may be opening up here. Go the distance is reminding you that there's something here that you need to focus on the long term. Go to the distance is saying momentum creates momentum. Consistency creates the energy that is needed for that momentum to keep happening. Okay. So continue to put the physical effort, the outer efforts, and allow the growth to happen over time. Just as long, like I said, don't lean into, oh, this isn't going to work, or don't give energy to that pessimism or lack mindset. Okay. So this is very, very interesting here in regards to, well, that's the energy that I was that I was getting here. Keep going. Okay, keep going. All right, let's see here with awareness. What is coming through here with awareness? What's the T here? Keep moving forward, keep connecting with other people, because I'm getting social networks being important. Look at that. Observe. Now, isn't quite interesting that you have observe and you also here have awareness, all talking about the eye. So the all-seeing eye, which is interesting. I'm seeing that as, wow, clairvoyantly, I'm seeing that as the eye that's on top of, the bills, money, that pyramid, and then that seeing eye. There is some type of reference there in regards to that symbolism. If you want to kind of like see what that's about, that may be very, because that came very specific. So again, I'm seeing that pyramid and that eye, that's that all-seeing eye on that top piece. Okay, when you flip the bills over, "In God we trust," it says. But there's that pyramid and that seeing eye in the pyramid. Again, there may be here some extra symbolisms here for you in regards to that. So observe how things are moving along, right, with your physical eye, but also allow yourself to have a moment of reflection for yourself so that you can ground your energy. Like I said, working energetically on yourself, and moving that along. That's going to give you the energy that you need to create that momentum and to stay at that consistency and that outer effort that is necessary. And that sometimes we get kind of a little bit feeling like lackluster because we're like, damn, I'm putting so much work into something and it's not moving at the pace that we would want. So again, leave that pessimism, lack mindset to the back, release it, let it go, and focus on what your goal is. Listen, this cheetah is telling you you're gonna go the distance. Consistency is key. Okay, so something is going to evolve into abundance. All right, so let's get more cards here, more detail. Clarifying abundance and momentum. You have, what did I just say? Validation, confirmation. Let go the thoughts and the anxiety and the stress of something isn't moving in the speed that I want, at the moment that I want, in the way that I want it to move. Okay. Let go says walk away from anything that it says here, walk away from this situation in order to resolve it. And again, the situation here is your mindset. That's exactly what I've been channeling from the top of your reading. You need to release this mindset of what your definition of speed and abundance is. Okay. Again, you may not be seeing something the way that you would like to see it right now. Maybe there's still some growth happening underneath the soil. Maybe you haven't seen something sprout yet. Give it more time in order for, give it more consistency and more outer effort, as well as your energy. Wherever your mind goes, energy flows. Remember, businesses and things that we do on our own, that we create on our own projects, business, sometimes those things, especially when we're like creating our own platform on something, it takes time to build. But again, don't lose hope. So let go of the energy here of feeling lackluster from time to time, which may occur here. So this is kind of like reminding you, reset yourself, which is why I'm getting this kind of like active meditation, which could be yoga, could be walking, it could be listening to music, it could be sound healing, whatever brings you to a meditative state so that you can stay very much centered. It could also be talking about meditation or, meditative practices, whether it's breath work, whether it's sound healing, whether it's energy healing, whether it's just you taking a moment to just not do anything other than to observe your energy from within. You know what I mean? Let's see what else is coming through here. What's possibly going on here in regards to your business and abundance. Up next, we have Nelia. So, Nelia, I haven't forgotten about you. You're up next. Flowers. Let me tell you something before I even read what's here. So, you see it's flowers, but I'm just going to put it down here for a second. Remember that I said here that things take time to blossom. Things take time to grow. And that I was getting this message from the top of the reading, especially with this abundance card, where the earth is going to be something super important for you. That could mean symbolically, again, your root chakra being very centered in the energy of optimism and being very centered on giving the energy to whatever it is that you're pouring into, but always maintaining that optimistic energy, that optimistic mindset. Okay. Because that's what breeds success. Okay. Um, and what's funny is that they've done studies where they take they take not flowers, but plants. They take two plants and they have a plant where someone is speaking very negatively to the plant every single day. And then they have an experiment where, in the same experiment, they took a plant and they had people speak very nicely and kindly to the plant. So, granted, both are, if you're looking at it from a scientific way, both are expelling that oxygen, right? That carbon monoxide, right? Um, so we breathe in oxygen, we expel carbon dioxide, which the plant, absorbs. So, in regards to the mechanics of what's going on, they're both receiving the same gas that they need in order to flourish, right? So if we look at it from a scientific point of view, it should work. Therefore, that experiment should be that both plants are growing the same way. They both are getting the sunlight, they're both getting the water, they're both getting the outer efforts of nurturing the plant. The only difference is one plant is being spoken to in a negative way every day. The other plant is being spoken to in a very positive way. So why would there be such difference between the growth of plant A, which is being spoken to in a negative way, versus plant B? What is it? It's energy. If we're looking at it from not a scientific point of view, we're looking at all the variables are the same, then it must be what is being said to the plant. What is being said to the plant? As they say, the power of the tongue. What you say to yourself, whether what you say it out loud or whether you say it in your mind, does affect the energy of the growth in whatever it is that you're trying to, grow. So this is the energy that I'm picking up in regards to the abundance. I said that at the beginning. This is giving me validation confirmation on that correlation that I was talking about. There's a lot happening underneath, but a lot of this has to do with your energy, your mindset, okay? And the consistency of that optimistic mindset. It says working with flowers opens your heart and brings blessings to others through your life purpose, okay? So whether this is something symbolic for you, the flowers opening and blooming at the right time, okay? So that's coming through. But this could also be like literal. Maybe there needs to be more kind of like life. And when I mean life, I mean like flowers, like living things, like wherever it is that you work, whether if you have a whatever bit wherever you do your own personal business. For example, let me give you an example. I work specifically in this area of of my apartment, right? So I at times do buy fresh flowers, okay, and I put it where I work, meaning this area here, or within the room where I work. Okay, so it doesn't have to be on my table here, but it could be not very far from it. So this could be talking about you kind of putting living flowers that are beautiful, that bring this type of energy of radiance in energetically. And that's talking about just the energetic type of thing, right? So it could pick up it could brighten up the energy around you. Okay. I'm also getting that perhaps nature walks, especially here with this awareness, nature walks may be very, very, very important for you to connect with nature in some way, shape, or form, whether it's nature walks or whether it's like sitting and watching, the river or the ocean or whatever it is. There may be some connect or hugging a tree or sitting on the ground on a nice day. I don't know where you may live, but maybe that's possible. If not, that's fine. You can ground yourself in many ways, just taking a nice brisk walk. Okay. Kangaroo, unsettled times, need to plan ahead. Okay. Now, there may be some things here that you are worried about because you're like, I invested so much money or I invested so much that I'm not getting something in return. Again, yes, that is something that, may be crossing your mind, but before anything, you might have what's so interesting that had come through my mind before, but I didn't mention it because I was like, I don't understand the correlation. There could be someone, remember in your love reading. Okay, now I don't mean that there's something, okay, just listen to what had come through before. What came through before is that there's something in your love reading, something happening that may be blossoming in your love life um, between spring and summer. Now remember that that other reading, you had a person, right, holding a child that was like the happy family. There may be a connection here that may kind of again be all friends. It's not coming across as like it has to be a love thing, but there could be someone, okay, someone that may have some type of knowledge or some type of connection to other people to help blossom your your business. There's something here about a very important connection. It doesn't have to be a male. Okay, it could be a male or a female. Gender is not a thing here. Man just tells me it's someone who's proactive, someone who could be a really much of a go-getter that you can connect with to make something grow. If it's not connected to your love reading, this is then saying here individually and independently that there may be someone that you may have discussed or may have spoken with in regards to your business. And there's this sense of like talking to people that are more of this go-getter energy, that have connections with other people in order to kind of boost the the speed here on this. Okay, is how this is coming across. All right, let's take a look at what else is coming through. Yeah, your nest egg. You're very, very focused on nest egg and yoke. Yeah, you feel kind of tied down at times. Again, you got to shift that energy around, okay, my dear? Nest egg, an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. Okay, so you are trying to create something that's stable. You're trying to create something that's secure and that's stable and that grows with time. Okay, just like the eggs in the nest egg, this could be physically talking about the symbolic nature of money, but this could also be talking about the importance of having to wait for something to hatch, okay, or to take momentum. Yoke here says feeling tied down or frustrated. And again, turning that energy around into something more focused, like, more positive. And I know sometimes it's easier said than done, but the more you do it, the more it will show up in that way. Okay. I do feel that there are important connections, friends, family, loved ones, and maybe even other like social media platforms where you can grow this in a very different way. Okay. So use all the possible resources that you have at your disposal in order to really grow this. Okay. Because there's this sense of you being very frustrated at the speed of either which money is flowing in or the speed of the growth. Like it's not growing fast enough, in your opinion, right? But let's see. And you have here, it says, ask for your needs to be met. The universe and the ethereal realm can come to your aid only if you make a free will choice to be helped. And it begins by asking. It doesn't matter how you ask the universe for help, but only only that you do. The same holds true with clearly asking other people to assist you. I cannot make this up. Didn't I just mention that this fair man or fair person is coming across as you connecting with people that can assist for the growth of your business? Validation confirmation. There you go. Okay. So there you go. All right. What mindset do you need to have in order to maximize this beautiful blessing here of this possible or potential unfolding? Let's see what's coming through. All right. And we have here, I am confident about my future. Validation confirmation. Didn't I talk about how important your mindset is in regards to your business? It's come through since the top of the reading. Validation confirmation. Abundance comes from inner fulfillment and outer effort. Inner fulfillment is your inner peace, your ability to tap into that energy and stay optimistic, even if things are not moving at the speed that you would want. Okay, there you go. I'm going to grab one last one here for you. And that, of course, is this one. And then we're done with your reading. Up next, we have Nelia. But let's see what's coming through. Last and final message. Okay, in regards to the possible unfolding here. You got to get yourself networks of people. You got to connect with other people. People who are open-minded. People who are, go-getters. Okay, because man energy is not so much about man, but it could be connected here to yang energy. Yang energy is fire. Okay, it's being proactive. People that are just like you, proactive, connecting, social networking. That's going to be heavy here. That's going to pull you from this. Look at that. Look what just popped out of the deck. Strategy and tactics. Okay, it says your decisions have brought you to a new chapter in your spiritual evolution. Now is a critical moment for strategic planning. You gotta kind of keep your eye on the prize and strategically work with others, because that's going to be important, and also work with the divine. I don't care if you need to like do some type of manifestation every day, and again, remember, manifestation, you got to let go and release it. You can't, kind of stay a hold and keep checking on it. You got to put your intention and let it go. Okay. Maybe you want to do that once a week or something like that. But make it very intentional. It says your decisions have brought you to a new chapter in your spiritual evolution. Now is a critical moment for strategic planning, ensuring each piece you move is aimed to achieving your highest success. Remember, strategy and planning are the keys to winning the game. Okay, so I'm getting a very chess minded type of energy. All right, that's all that I have for you, Monica. I hope these messages have been insightful. Up next, we have Nelia. But before we jump into Nelia's reading, I want to say, intuitive friends, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your love and your generosity. Today, this is a $10 reading, $10 USD reading. So if you are interested in taking part in these readings, just make sure, especially if you are using a different currency or you come from a place where a different currency is being used, that it is equivalent to $10 in US. Okay. That being said, remember, intuitive friends, is just one question and one question only. And I'm going to give you as much details as comes through for entertainment purposes only. Okay. Now, intuitive friends, remember here that I also do this for my free mini readings. So if you can't join or are unable to join this $10 super chat reading, well, feel free to subscribe to the channel. You need to turn on that notification bell and the notification alerts to connect to this channel, so that whenever I do a live reading, you are notified right away and you have the opportunity to jump in. Why? Well, because my free mini readings get they fill up very, very quickly. Okay, so it is first come, first served. All right. And I do give a lot of information in detail for 5 minutes. So if you're interested in that, and then of course, during those readings, you have an option. So if you want to extend your reading and get more details, you can. And all you need to do is drop a super chat or a super sticker, and then I give you more messages and channel more clarity for you. But that's only if you want. You're always going to get that free 5 minute reading regardless. All right. So again, intuitive friends, many different ways to get different readings here on the channel. You also have your pick a card readings for the month of March. If you haven't taken a look at the March readings, you should, because there's lots there for you, and your intuition is going to be your guide for the month of March. There's a lot going on energetically. There has been a lot going on energetically. And so super important for you guys to kind of take a look at what may be coming through here for you. Okay. So every element has different pick a card readings. So it's not like one of those channels where, there's the same pick a card for all the, all the signs. It's more like, I've geared it to channeling different messages for different elements. And again, let your intuition be your guide. So if you end up getting the same message in a fire sign and you get the same message in a water sign, that tells you that there's something there that you need to kind of pay attention to. Okay. So again, the more that you know about your astrological natal chart, the more that you are able to get more messages for entertainment purposes only. All right. All right, intuitive friends, Ascending Universal Butterfly, welcome. Let's give a round of applause here for Ascending Universal Butterfly. Thank you so much, my dear, for being part of the channel and for volunteering here in the chat side of it. Thank you so much. And up next we have Nelia. All right, Nelia, let's take a look here. Monica, I hope those messages resonated for you. Beautiful messages, by the way. We have Nelia. After Nelia, we have Bake 215. Okay, so Bake 215 is right after Nelia, but Nelia is saying here, hey, listen, spill the tea on anything and everything. Whatever spirit wants me to know, please and thank you. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. Nelia, thank you so much for joining. Let's see what spirit has here, wants you to know. Okay, especially with all this that's been going on energetically. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm here. All right. Sorry, I needed a moment to be quiet because I need spirit to kind of tell me which decks they want me to use here for you. All right, Nelia, welcome back. Thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, and support. And let's see. Let's spill the tea on anything and everything or whatever spirit wants Nelia to know. Nelia, just a reminder that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. Look what fell by itself from the deck. Okay. Especially with this energy here happening throughout the I mean, listen, we've been bombarded with a lot of energies. First of all, Saturn is in Aries, Neptune is in Aries. Then we have a lunar eclipse that happened on the full moon this month. We also are in a Mercury retrograde. There's a lot going on, okay? And not only that, but we're also in Pisces season, which is energetically closing the chapter of 2025. And I know you must be saying, well, 2025, we're in 2026. Well, calendar-wise, we're in 2026. But energetically, astrologically, we're still in 2025 energy. So this is saying there may be some things here that you're wrapping up. There may be some energies here. You have the she who forgives, remorse, guilt, okay? Remorse, guilt, and forgiveness. There's a lot of heavy energy. And I don't know, there's another card right underneath, but I don't want to take a look yet. There's a lot of heavy energy that you may have been experiencing, that you may be energetically being bombarded with. And you might be saying to yourself, but I'm doing things that I normally always do. Why am I feeling this like big heaviness? Or why am I feeling this sense of uncomfortability? Or that could be internal, but there could also be some type of external situations that may be resurfacing a situation, circumstance, or event where you're feeling the heaviness of emotions or the heaviness of memories here. That has a lot to do with Mercury in retrograde. We're going to be in Mercury retrograde all the way to March 20th. So that's going to place us in this energy where we are in this sense of remembering, reevaluating, emotions, memories resurfacing, reflecting on certain things, maybe having dreams of people that we've known for a very long time, maybe even situations from the past or recent past. Whether it's in your dreams or whether it's physically bumping into, or, just in your waking state, someone or something connected to an event may cross your mind. So this is coming across as the one who forgives. And this energy right now is just a reminder for you to continue to pour into energetic forgiveness here to the things, to the people, and to the situations that may have caused in the past or recent past a very kind of heavy feeling of either sadness, grief, regret, remorse, resentment, jaded energy. You got to let it go. And this is the perfect time to do it, okay? Especially with that lunar eclipse last night where things were recalibrating, okay? So there's this kind of energy of letting go of that emotional tethering or memory, or the mental connection or tethering to something here, that even though there may be times you can't put your finger on it, on what it may be, but it is very much connected to the heart energy. So if I were you, for the next month or so, because Mercury retrograde is going to, yes, it ends on March 20th, but there's always that shadow period that happens a week to 2 weeks after. So I would, even if I were you, for this entire month, like really work on your heart chakra, 639 hertz frequency. Allow yourself to lay down, put your hands over your chest. If you have a clear quartz, put it on your heart chakra. If you don't, you don't need it. It's more about the intention. Close your eyes, put in your headset or put in your ear pods, and allow yourself to cleanse and clear that energy that may be kind of stagnant or maybe residual. Ho'oponopono chant, super important to let you release anything or any energies that are connected to either, again, resentment, jaded energy. Even if you may say to yourself, but I know I know I'm good. Like, even if you know you're good, there could still be, again, it might not be you, it may be someone else pulling you into their energy, and you may feel that tugging of that energetic pull, especially if there was a lot of heart to heart connection between you and someone else. That may also be coming up here. Okay. What do you have? Wow. Exactly what I was talking about. The heart. Look at that. She who frees, liberation, unrestrained, freedom. There you go. Validation, confirmation. The one who frees, or she who frees, is one who frees and liberates and releases, like I was saying, the emotional or the emotions that may still be running stagnant, or that there may be here this kind of tethering, whether it's you towards someone else or someone else towards you. So you really want to cut that cord, that energetic cord, and bring something into that reset. Okay. So this time for you, what's coming through is, okay, let's see if this is, okay, sorry. I had to see if it was just, yeah, okay. So we're good here. Okay. Give me 1 second. All right. So yeah, there's this kind of like, what's the tea? What's going on? What's possibly going on? More work on. Hello, hello, and Twitter friends. I am back. I told you. I told you the connections are gonna be touch and go. Okay, no worries. If you're not here, it's fine, because I'm gonna keep going with your reading. I can see we're back on. Hello, hello, and Twitter friends. I am back. Hello, hello. I am back. Hopefully, you guys can see me. I can see that everything is now back on track. I am doing Nelia's reading, so I'm going to continue to channel Nelia's reading. Nelia, your question was, let's see what uh, spill the tea on anything and everything, whatever spirit wants me to know. Okay. So, Nelia, like I was saying, and I'm happy that I kind of like stopped what I was doing just to kind of see here very quickly on my phone that there was a glitch. By the way, in Twitter friends, that glitch, guess what? There's nothing I can do. It's not my connection, it's just connection in general. So there we go. All right. So, Nelia, like I was saying, even though you may feel like everything is okay, you may be, there may be this kind of or if you feel like there is this heavy energy, this is talking about releasing and recalibrating yourself with that. I don't know if you heard before the glitch happened, but I said working on your heart chakra, 639 hertz of audio frequency, allowing yourself to take 10 minutes out of your day, whether it's at the top of the day or the end of the day. Close your eyes, place your hands on your chest, put on your iPods or your headset, and allow yourself to listen to that heart chakra frequency of 639 hertz. Also use the Ho'oponopono chant to release anything that may be holding this sense of heaviness or this sense of residual energy. Now, it may not even be you. It may be someone else thinking about you. Because remember, Mercury in retrograde affects all of us in different ways. So this tends to be the time where people that we haven't thought about in a long time or haven't spoken about in a very long time may be coming up from the woodworks, okay? Whether in dreams, whether seeing them in person, whether hearing about them. And again, there could be someone watching your social media. It could be people that you've dealt with in the past or recent past, okay? But this is talking about you energetically forgiving and setting yourself free from the heaviness of the emotional, mental, or energetic burden, or again, energies that may be connected here to this, um, you know, situation or something right now. So how you may be feeling right now at this moment in time. Okay. All right. Let's go a little deeper here. Hopefully, it's not too shadowy. But again, if it's something that you need to know about, we're going to see. Let's get more clarity here with Elixir, the one who forgives. So if you have been feeling a little bit out of sorts, like I said before the glitch popped up, there's a lot happening, the planetary shifts. Okay, we have Mercury in retrograde, we had a full moon, we had a lunar eclipse, we have Saturn in Aries, we have Neptune in Aries, we have, what else? I feel like I'm forgetting something. There's something else I'm forgetting here. Summon. Like I said, summon your power to energetically disconnect from, like I said, energetic forgiveness. Summon your power, call your power back, stand in your power. So in order to do this, you need to release or work with the energetic releasing of emotions and memories, or just this kind of stagnant energy or this heavy feeling that you may be experiencing here. It's going to be very important for you to release this, or put in the work to release the energy by energetically forgiving. It's like I'm getting, like, this is a trifecta type of energy, okay? The one who forgives, the one who frees himself. Well, how do you free yourself? Well, you got to forgive. How do you do that? You work with that energy, energetic forgiveness, energetically working on your heart chakra, your 7 chakras, your connection with like doing the Ho'oponopono chant, like doing whatever you need to do in the energetic realm or spiritually in order to help you release from what may be pulling on your energy, okay? Whether physically, mentally, emotionally, or energetically. So it's like I'm getting like the triangle, and that's going to rebalance, give you a balance back on your stability. It's going to help you stabilize here. Okay. So let's see. The one who frees. Give me more here. So I don't know how you may have been feeling lately, but by looking at this, it feels like there's some type of energy that you kind of feel out of sorts. Okay. And it makes sense if you do. It makes sense because of everything that's happening. Don't forget to take a look at your March reading and to take a look at that 2026 astrological new year pick a card, okay? Because that may also give you more information and more insight. And because everything is like intuition basis this month for the month of March, meaning I did a lot of pick a cards, that could be here kind of like your intuition also giving you more information. And also, Nelia, take a look at the 2026 quarterly readings that I did for the whole entire year. And if we're looking at March, that still puts us in the first quarter energy reading. So you may want to look at that also. Okay. You see, chaos. What did I tell you? There's something going on right now where you're feeling like I don't feel like myself. I feel like a lot is going on. Okay, so look at this. You have two cards that are showing the same exact energy. This one is showing the kind of like the emotional part of it, or the like water is symbolizing of emotion. So the jumbling or the heavy emotions that you may be feeling or that may resurfacing. And this chaos here with this twister is giving me this energy of the mind. So you're feeling it mentally, emotionally. Some days you feel it mentally, some days you feel it emotionally, and some days you might feel it energetically. So, like I said, I'm getting this like trifecta effect here. And this is just saying, listen, just roll with the punches. It might be just that kind of time here in the month of this planet, a lot of planetary shifts where you just got to roll with the punches. Okay. So, one way to roll with the punches is to make sure that you're giving yourself the self-care, okay, Nelia, the self-care that you need in order to kind of like stay firm and stay stabilized, stay secure, okay, while you're going through the rough patch. Because whether it's emotionally, mentally, or energetically, there's something that doesn't feel quite right now for you. Okay. And it's okay. We all go through those ebbs and flows. Okay. So this is just part of it. You know, what's interesting is that you could also do like that breath work check. Okay. So of course you can work on your energy or nurture yourself energetically, working on your seven chakras, meditation, or doing something at a meditative state. You can work, and you know, here in the energy, what do I have in the playlist is the energy healing and daily affirmation. I have energy healing there also. You could also do breath work. You could do sound healing. You could do just meditative activities, like literally physically doing things that help you gauge or come to the meditative state. So that's also, it's summoning not only you connecting with different tools and resources, but also summoning your power back by connecting to that and allowing yourself to emotionally or mentally disengage from the energy. I want to say that yesterday I saw one. I was doing an observation, as you guys know, that I'm a professor in education. So I just saw something really interesting. And the way that this was done was the teacher was talking about take a breath in to the point and then breathe out. Take a breathe in, breathe out. And doing that for like what, 5 seconds, just by doing it with the hand. And I was like, isn't that beautiful? Isn't that a very quick kind of also touching, like kinesthetics, like you touching your hand, and the points or the top of your fingertips being where you just kind of hold that breath, and then the outer part being where you release, and then breathing in. And then I was like, wow, that's a great tool to use, especially if, like, you're out and about. But again, I feel that by you doing and connecting and in a way nurturing yourself in those ways, opening that toolbox and grabbing different ways to help you kind of recalibrate during this, like, either mental or emotional friction, tension, or heaviness, or maybe even energetic heaviness. By you doing that, you're allowing yourself to kind of ride the flow of that twister, or ride the flow of that water kind of crashing. And that's the way that you can possibly here kind of like eliminate or release that heaviness here that may be coming through. So, interesting. Let's take a look here at more information here, more details on She Who Forgives and summoning back your power. And I'm also getting here that by you energetically releasing people, things, situations, circumstances, events, emotions, and your mind, anything that's still kind of lingering in your mind that may be resurfacing, not, just because it's Mercury retrograde and just because there's a lot going on energetically, that you are summoning your power back. It's like you're taking your power back by doing these things. You know what I mean? Keeping secrets, guard secrets, or be asked to keep one. Okay. There may be some hidden emotions or feelings, again, that may be surfacing or resurfacing, things that you didn't even literally, that didn't even cross your mind. Like you were like maybe saying to yourself, well, I've been feeling okay recently. And then all of a sudden, boom, I'm kind of struggling here with this energy. Again, this could be things that still need to be cleared, things that you may have unconsciously buried here also. Okay, so pay attention to dreams also. This could also be, like I said before, it could be someone that you dealt with, or different people here that are connecting to your energy because they're really thinking about you a lot. So if this may not even be your energy, it could be someone else's energy that, because of that quantum physics here, okay, residual energy, what one person is thinking, another one may be feeling, or vice versa. All right, let's see what else is coming through. Let's give you more. And my apologies here on that glitch, because that has made this a little bit longer. Intrigued. Someone is intrigued by you and wants to know you better. There you go. There's someone who's very curious about what you're doing and how you're doing. Yeah, look at that. You have mind that this person has mind games here. It says emotional interactions involve control and manipulation. Like I said, whomever this is or whatever this may be about. Hello, hello, hello. I'm back. I told you. I warned you. I warned you. I said it's going to happen. We are in that energy. All right. So, Nelia, that's what I'm picking up here for you. My apologies. It feels like this, reading is taking a while to unfold here for you. But again, it's due to the glitches that are happening here. Okay. So, no worries. Let's keep getting more information here. Okay. What does Nelia need to know here? Just whatever spirit wants to spill the tea on here. But again, I'm getting someone here who may be very, very curious. I said it before, I'll say it again. Someone here is very curious about what you're doing, how you're doing, what's going on. It could be someone, again, that whatever, whoever that someone is. It could be friends, family, loved ones. It could be an ex. It could be anyone, but I am, and I said it, I'm getting someone who's curious. Like I said, they may be checking your social media content. They may be just kind of thinking about you, maybe even dreaming about you. I don't know. But let's get more. Okay, after this one, I'm going to pull, yeah, sanctuary, a special place, belief, and prayer. Yeah, this is talking about that energy that I was picking up at the top of the reading, where this is like you connecting and reconnecting with your energy. Okay, again, summoning your power, releasing, working on your energy, because whatever this is, and listen, I'd be surprised if you're not feeling it. If you're not feeling it now, you are going to be feeling it, not in a few. But I'd be very surprised if you're not feeling this kind of energy of heaviness around you, whether it's mentally, emotionally. Hello, hello. I am back. There we go. So, like I was saying, validation, confirmation, healing here, Nelia, super important for you to be doing during this time. Okay, so that is what you need to know. Okay, that is what the T is here. It's all about your energy, it's all about you. Hello, hello, intuitive friends. We're back. I'm telling you, it's going to be one of those days. All right, Nelia, let's see what mindset you need to have in order to maximize this energy here of healing, of you connecting with that inner sanctuary, with you releasing and letting go of anything that no longer serves you in regards to feelings, emotions, energy, feeling blah, okay, and summoning back your power in order for you to recalibrate during this tough time. Okay, so let's see what mindset you need to have. Thank you for your patience, intuitive friends, and thank you so much, Butterfly, for taking over here, because I'm telling you, I had a feeling, but I was like, let me just do it, because let me get on and do a super chat. But let me tell you. All right, up next we have Bake 215. You're up next. But Nelia, let's see what mindset you need to have. And the mindset that you need to have right now is I let go of worry and trust that things will work out okay. Does that sound familiar? Because that's exactly what I just mentioned here at the top of the reading, where it says, the one who frees, liberates themselves, unrestrained. There's this sense of freedom, letting yourself go, connecting to your inner sanctuary, allowing yourself that as you connect to your inner sanctuary to heal from those residual energies here. Again, I feel it has a lot to do with someone thinking about you. I think someone is pulling you in their energy field. And this is kind of like letting you know here how you can recalibrate yourself. Okay. So, oh, I just did. I just pulled it out. What did I do with it? Oh, I shuffled it. Okay. Well, oh, here it is. I let go of negative thoughts and feelings. That's what came through. All right. Last but not least, Nelia. And then up next we have Bake 215. Let's see your last and final. My apologies, Nelia, of the touch and go here with this. No. So okay. So Bake 215, did you still want your reading? Because I have your orange. Before you go, let me know. You have your reading here. Let's spill the tea on S. You have two questions. You want me to do those two questions for you? Because I know you got to step out, but let me know if that's there already. So I'm doing your reading. Unless you pulled the donation back. I don't know. So give me a clear answer here so that I can jump into your reading next, okay? All right. Oh, okay. Got you. Thank you. All right. No worries. I'll do yours right after I finish Nelia's. And you could always come back and see them. Okay. So no worries. If you have something to do, it's fine. All right, Nelia, let's see here. What is the advice? What is the suggestion? Nelia, let me know if these messages resonated because it feels like there's some type of energy you've been feeling here. It says warrior spirit. Wow, you're being called to show your unyielding will, where every conflict in life becomes a proving ground for your resilience. You must hold your ground. How do you hold your ground? Again, your inner sanctuary, letting go of negative thoughts. Okay, summoning back your power. Forgiveness, energetic forgiveness, healing. Wow. Yeah. It says where every conflict in life becomes a proving ground for your resilience. You must hold your ground no matter the external pressure. You already possess all the tools to fight this battle. Just trust in your abilities. Yeah, your ability here to connect, to reconnect with your power, and to shift this and manage it. Manage this kind of rough period that may be feeling a little rough or rocky here for you lately. So, yeah, there you go. Nelia, I hope these messages have been insightful. Thank you so much, Nelia, for your patience, as well as for all of you who are watching. Thank you so much for your patience. Thank you so much for your donation and greatly appreciated, Nelia. I hope this clears whatever may be going on right now at this moment in time. So if you've been feeling a little bit lackluster, this is giving you a really good overview on why that may be the case, okay? All right, so we're gonna jump into Bake 215's reading. Bake 215 has 3 readings here lined up. You have the Let's Spill the Tea on the current feelings for. Okay, so I'll read that in a minute, but first let me clear the deck here. Let me clear all of this energy, all these cards here. In the meantime, intuitive friends, if you're watching for the first time, welcome. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. So Bake 215 will be the last and final reading that I do here. So we are now closed. Okay, so we're now closed because I do have a meeting in about an hour from now. So I want to make sure that I am reset for that meeting. All right, so let me just write here. All right, let me just pin it also because I'm going to pin it. All right. All right, so we're going to pin that. Closed session. All right, intuitive friends. Big 215 is the last person. So the session is closed. Please do not send any super chats. Okay, no more super chats. We're going to close the reading. And we're gonna start with Bake 215's reading in a moment. Intuitive friends, if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. All that information is down below, as well as in the chat. Intuitive friends, don't forget to take a look at your March readings. It is a pickle card reading for all of these signs. So let your intuition be your guide this month in guiding you to the group or groups that may be calling your attention, your intuitive attention. Okay. Also, intuitive friends, don't forget to take a look at your 2026 quarterly readings. They're there for you. Okay. I channel these messages in December 30th or 31st, and I place them on the channel. so that you could take a look at them throughout the entire 2026 year. Please know, intuitive friends, do not send any super chats right now. The list is closed. The session is closed. Okay, I'm also experiencing a little bit of glitches on, here, so no worries, okay? If I am in the middle of the reading, I will always come back, as long as I'm able to come back. That being said, we're going to jump into Big 215's first question. And Big 215, just a reminder that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. And you have let's spill the tea on S's current feelings for me. And this is no contact. Okay, so let's see what is S's possible feelings towards you in this no contact for entertainment purposes only. So let's see what's coming through here. Let's spill the tea on S's current feelings for Big 215 at this moment in time. Yeah, well, intuitive friends, let me tell you, Mercury retrograde, just so you know, it's here and it's real. I've been like having all the glitches possible today here. Not to mention, like, remember our thoughts usually go to those who are in a no contact and all that. So it's totally normal. And it is a little bit heavy. We just had a lunar eclipse last night as well. So a lot here. All right, so we're going to spill the tea here, Big 215, and see what S's current feelings are feeling for you, Big 215, right now at this moment in time, okay? There's a lot going on here, though, because I normally don't shuffle so much this deck, but I'm being told to keep shuffling. And this deck has... Oh, you're very welcome, Nelia. This deck has messages on both sides. So I'm going to read from this angle, from my angle, okay? So let's see what's coming through here. Let's spill the tea on what is S's possible current feelings for Big 215. All right, let's spill this tea. And we have here Counsel's Compass. Seek advice to steer judgment as insightful talks illuminate your journey. Interesting. I feel that S is right now at this moment in time is really connecting with her own energy. She's trying to kind of see where life is placing or pinning her. Where is her compass moving towards? I do feel that and let's see, Magic Within. Look at that. That was right behind it. So we're going to talk about both energies. First, let's talk about the counsel's compass. There's this sense here that she's kind of like talking to herself in her mind. Like the self-talk that we sometimes do, like we think about things. There's something here that's definitely on her mind. She may be talking about you right now to either her friends, her loved ones, to someone else, maybe to someone who is new in her life. But I do feel that there's this kind of like talking about you. Okay. I know that you want to know how she feels about you. We're going to jump into that in a moment. But the state of energy I'm getting here in regards to how she feels about you is that she's talking here about you. Okay. As insightful talks illuminate your journey. And as the more that she's kind of like airing out what she thinks and feels to other people, or just that she may be airing it out in a journal. And I don't know if she normally keeps a journal, but I do see someone clairvoyantly like jotting something down. So I don't know if this is how she expresses her emotions in regards to just kind of purging whatever she may be feeling. But I am getting that type of like purging of emotions here. As she's doing this, she's getting much more clarity on her feelings about you now at this moment in time. We're going to jump into more of that in a minute. Magic Within, it says, create space for personal growth and self-discovery. She's gaining more clarity as she's doing this in regards to the emotions towards you. We're going to find out what those may possibly be. But I'm just giving you the state of mind that I'm picking up here in regards to her energy, okay? To her feelings towards you that she has in her mind or that she's talking about with other people, okay? So now let us jump into that tea. That is this on the okay, let's make sure. Yeah, let's talk about this tea here. Okay, so what is S currently feeling for Bake 215 in this no contact energy here? What is S currently feeling? Feelings towards Bake 215, Five of Swords. What is she feelings towards you? Five of Swords. There's a sense here of feeling sadness. Now, the sadness is very different type of sadness here. And why am I saying that? Because the sadness comes from a swords point of view. Swords, it's about the mental conflict that the sadness is producing. That very much connected to what I was talking about. There's some type of mental conflict that is stemming from the sadness of the no contact. She may be expressing these emotions with other people, whether it's friends, family, loved ones, or someone new in her life. Okay? There is a sense of connecting here with someone, whether it's on the 3D realm or connecting with someone in the ethereal realm, meaning she's connecting with her guides, with her higher self, and where she is truly just kind of like there's a sense of sadness inside. What do I feel about Bake 215? I'm really sad. I still am connected to the sense of sadness. There may have been some type of bruised ego or pride, but the Five of Swords is telling me that there's just a lot of sadness here that she is either remembering, okay, or coming to terms with, okay. I do feel that there is another energy around her. It could go either way. It could be her higher self, okay. As I said, I saw clairvoyantly the sense of like writing down or jotting down messages here, journaling perhaps, or keeping some type of like communication here with someone in regards to these emotions that she's feeling. But what is she feeling right now? She's sad, okay? And it's creating some type of mental conflict in regards to how she wants to proceed either with something or with someone, okay? All right, let's see what else is coming through here. Ooh, did something flip over? No, okay. I thought it did. All right, let's see what else is coming through. Ooh, now it did. Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups, what she feels towards you, there's still a lot of emotions here. Good emotions. There's love. There's, 10 of Cups. There's emotional fulfillment. There's this sadness, yes, that does come back, the memories perhaps of the loves that she still may feel towards you, the feelings of of emotional harmony, okay. But it's kind of like that just juxtaposition, right? There's that kind of like, I feel all this sadness, but there's an endearing part that she is very much connected to here in connection to her emotions towards you. So there's still loving emotions, which could be signaling here the reason why she feels badly about something, why there's emotional conflict about something, because there's still emotions here, very present towards you. Emotions here that whether she's thinking about the happily ever after in her own life and kind of trying to figure out, is this going to be with you? Is it going to be with a different energy or a different path that may present itself? She really wants that sense of, comfort, that sense of emotional, happiness again. Okay, that she may be feeling like she's missing, or that in her mind there's some memories here connected to that. So there's definitely here an energy of fondness towards you. Okay, of I still love you, I still care about you, but it doesn't take away of the reality. Remember, swords is about the truth and the reality of something here, the reality of what is at this present moment in time in this no contact. Let's get more clarity here with the Five of Swords. Okay, let's get more clarity here with the Five of Swords here. Let's get more clarity here with the Five of Swords. Let's get more clarity with S's feelings towards Big 215. S's feelings towards Big 215 in this no contact. All right, let's see what's coming through. Five of Swords. Okay, that stood behind for a reason. And we have here separation, validation, confirmation on what I just channeled. How does she feel? She feels sad of the separation. Whether it's a separation that was mutual, whether it's a separation that one person agreed to and the other one didn't. I don't know what the backstory is, but this sadness and the memories of the connection that she had with you is stemming from the separation. Okay, validation, confirmation, because that's what came through. Sadness, missing you, thinking of you, yearning, unsure of the future. I mean, how much clarity is that? I mean, that is like exactly what I was channeling at the top of the reading. I said, she does not know what the future holds. Okay, there may be this energy of her either talking to people, new people, old people, her circle, or her kind of figuring something out in her mind. I'm like being unsure. Like, I don't know what the future holds, right? So she may be having those type of conversations. She knows that she's very open to whatever unfolds, because she wants to create the space where she's healing from this separation. But also, there's a very big kind of energy here saying, I still have feelings towards you. I just need to be realistic on what is going on here, which the Five of Swords is bringing to the surface. It's like, I'm unsure about what the future holds. I don't know. I know I feel sadness. I know I'm missing you. I know I'm thinking about you. I know that I wish the things that I wish, but I'm also unsure about where this may be going, because as I'm going through the sadness, I'm healing, and I don't know what other journey may unfold here, okay, as this separation continues. Let's take a look here at the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups energy here, what's coming through. Okay, what's coming through here with the Knight of Cups? Knight of Cups, S's current feelings toward Big 215. You see, validation, confirmation. Like I said, she still cares. She still loves you. There's still passion. There's still this emotional connection. The heart is pulling in one direction. The thoughts and the memories are being in the reality of the separation, of the breakup separation. Okay. So again, two energies here. Okay. The path of the mind and the path of the heart. Passion says here insane chemistry, like each other equally. Okay. And she may be thinking about those times where the both of you created very memorable memories here. Okay. Ones that are very uniquely yours, very uniquely hers. Okay. Let's take a look at the 10 of Cups. What is S's feelings here towards Big 215 in regards to this no contact? So S's feelings towards Big 215, look at that. Okay, two cards came out. I'm going to take both because this is important. This is going back to what messages are. And I know it's going to sound repetitive, but this is, again, how she's feeling. Okay. 10 of Cups, like I said before, emotional harmony, complete fulfillment. Her heart may be very much connected to still loving you, still caring about you, to remembering those moments, that fun, that connection, whether that physical intimacy, emotional intimacy, and memories that you shared together. Now, here with photography, it says looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, but also, like I said at the top of the reading, allowing herself to make new memories in her life because there is the reality of, listen, we're not together. I have all these feelings, but they're still connected, they're still residual, there's still this infinite love connection here with you, Big 215. But I also need to be very aware of the reality of our separation. So there is this kind of like, I feel what I feel, but I also need to be realistic with what's going on. My, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's here. Here it is with the separation. Okay. I'm still unsure. I don't know what the future holds, but I know that I still have a lot of deep emotions towards you. So what is she probably doing during this Mercury retrograde? Looking at pictures, looking at things that may connect to you and her and you. So that's where her emotions are. It says engagement ring, okay, partnership, committed, eternity, completion, union, okay. There is here some sense of emotional connection, one that transcends just the superficial. This is going very deep in regards to emotions. She may be unsure of what the future may lie in the feelings and just the kind of stance of where this separation ended. So if there was a conversation here of, listen, I'll come back for you, or listen, right now it's not the right time, but I still want to marry you, I want to be with you, but allow yourself to live life and see where it takes you, then that's what she's thinking about. Okay. But again, there's a lot of uncertainty in connection to the committed union here that, oop, wrong way, the committed union here that she may be feeling here, where her emotion may be pulling her in one direction, but the reality of the separation, the breakup, may be pulling her in a different way, more in the reality, which makes sense why she may be having these conversations about her feelings towards you in regards to seeking advice or leaning into some type of support, here with her friends, family, loved ones, maybe new people that are coming into her life. And, her saying, listen, I would like to go out with you, but, I'm kind of jumbled up. Yeah, I'm single, but, I do have a lot of, feelings towards a past connection that I had. And again, I'm bringing that up because there seems to be here that there could be a conversation here that she may be having with someone else about not being ready to start anything with anyone right now. But I do feel a looming energy of someone who may be potentially giving a sense of support to her through this time. Okay. But yeah, so counsel's compass, seek advice to steer judgment as insightful talks illuminates your journey. All right. So I do feel that there could be, now this illumination could be her friends, family, or loved ones. Okay. There could be just really giving her a really big kind of like, hey, listen, wake up, smell the coffee, you know, see what life unfolds in the meantime, and her just like, just needing that sense of comfort. She has here magic within, create space for personal growth and self-discovery. There, like I said, there's a part of her that acknowledges all this emotion, but there's also a part of her who's very analytical and logical, who's saying, hey, listen, at the end of the day, the reality is that we're not together. And although I have the feelings that I have, I'm not sure what life may unfold here for the both of us. But you do hold, and I will say this, a very, very special place and meaningful place in her heart. So there's still a lot of emotions, love, adoration, respect towards you. There's just a lot of feelings here regarding or in connection to the breakup separation here as well. All right, so let's see what else is coming through. All right, let's see. I'm going to use different decks here. Give more clarity to the separation and to the Five of Swords. Okay, wait, something flipped over. Self-indulgence, self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. Yeah, she may be doing a lot of work here for herself right now at this moment in time. Hold on, there's just all this stuff just flipped over. But yeah, that's the card that flipped up. She may be doing a lot of work on herself. So how does she feel towards you? Again, there's love. There's connection. Okay. There's a part of her heart and her soul that is very much interconnected with you. However, there is some emotions here that are coming and brewing up in regards to healing and to doing the shadow work that is necessary in order for her to see how she kind of sees the type of future that may be unfolding for her. Okay. So I do feel, and I said this also, I said, if she's talking to friends, family, and loved ones, they're giving her the support. If there is someone around her who is coming across as a quote unquote friend, and I'm talking about the opposite sex, right? If she's a female, and whatever dynamics we have here, but there may be someone who's interested in S. Okay, S may not be ready for that. That person may come in as a friend, as a supportive unit or a supportive person, but she may be very well saying, hey, listen, you might want to go out with me, you might want to whatever, but I just want to let you know that I'm going through something right now. I'm healing from this breakup separation because I still have a lot of emotions connected to someone that either I see myself, or saw myself with in the future, or see myself in the future, someone that I have a lot of passion, a lot of chemistry. We are not together right now because I feel that there's this kind of honesty coming through, especially here with the Five of Swords, because this new person may be catching her at a very vulnerable state. But I feel that she's like being very kind of like, this is where I am. That's where the uncertainty may be, because if this person is a new person who's coming in as like, let me just help you and support you, there may be emotions eventually that may pop up, but I'm feeling here that her main focus is the being heartbroken here. Okay. So hopefully here that's giving you more kind of clarity there. Let's go to the Knight of Cups and passion here. Let's get more clarity with that. Okay. And we have hello, Intuitive friends. Like I said, we're going to have glitches, and today is the day. Like I was saying, Bake 215, I don't care how this is. Um, I'm telling you, I feel some type of communication here. Whether she's talking to friends, family, loved ones, whether this is a journal, whether it's her higher self, or whether it's a new set of new friends or new circle, someone within her circle. Give me a thumbs up if you can see the video now. We should be clear here on the feed. Again, if this may happen throughout the reading, I'm going to try my best to make sure that, everything gets channeled here for you, but I definitely need to keep it moving here. So yeah, so again, there we go. Okay. So communications, seek help when facing challenges, connect with others, and speak from the heart. I mean, total validation confirmation on what was coming up here with counsel's compass. And again, with the communication and the seek help. And again, with what I was picking up at the top of the reading, that there could be a specific person, people, or people she knows or people that she's getting to know that are being very supportive and kind of helping her through this sense of uncertainty that she may be going through. Okay. All right. Let's go to the next card and give me 1 second here. All right. Let's go with this one. And then we're going to take a look at the advice for you, or the mindset you need to have it with this specific question, and then the advice. So what is S currently feeling here in regards to Big 215 in this no contact connection? And we have here intuition. Listen to your intuition. It never lies. Makes sense because the Knight of Cups is that energy of someone following their intuition, allowing them to um, allowing them to let the heart and their intuition lead them. So I do feel that she is very intuitively, energetically connected to you and you to her. Okay, so she feels intuitively connected to you, even if there is no contact. Validation, confirmation of what I said before, where I said that there is a lot of chemistry, a lot of love, there's a lot of love towards you. There's this kind of remembering of the times together, especially with photography, looking at pictures, missing you, nostalgia, memories. And there's also this sense of being very committed, or at least the heart, being very much connected and in a way committed here to those feelings. But then again comes the feeling of, but then I have to realize reality of the situation is that we're not together. And then that is where the uncertainty comes from, because the emotions may be saying one thing and the reality of the swords, the truth of the matter, may be kind of lighting more of this, like, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Are we going to end up together or are we not? Am I going to go in another direction just by the compass of destiny or the universe? And she's trying to figure this stuff out. Okay. So she's trying to tap into that. Let's take a look at what mindset you need to have in order to, kind of deal with this energy here. What mindset you need to have in order to come to kind of like the reality or embrace this message here. What's coming through here? Ooh, this wanted to jump out. Let's see, what is this? Let go of negative thoughts and feelings. Yeah. Don't attach yourself to any outcome. Okay. Let go of what may be worrying you in regards to where her heart is and where her mind may be. Because the more you think about her and don't allow this kind of to unfold in its natural. Hello. I am back. Welcome back. All right. So Bake 215, like I said, the mindset that you need to have in order to ensure that you're on the right path, like I said, that, just let go of any negative thoughts and feelings, or anything of like, oh, I'm afraid that I'm going to lose her, or I'm afraid of this, that, and the other, because those fears here could delay this energy here of just, everyone just seeing and allowing things to unfold naturally. Okay. So that's how this is coming through. Let me give you your last and final card here connected to this reading. And then I'm going to take a look at your next question, which hopefully is still here. Oh, no, it's not. Hold on 1 second. Okay, hold on. No, wait. No, I didn't mean to. Let me unpin that. Hold on. Unpinned message. Give me one. Okay, there we go. All right, let me see what your next question was. Give me one sec. Oh, it's not coming up. I want to say, hold on one second. Bake 215, what was your second question? Because all this glitching. In the meantime, what I'll do, Bake 215, I'll give you a reading on your guides, because I could see that one here, okay? But if you could give me the question that you had for the second one, it's not here anymore. Yeah, it's not. All right, so let's see what's coming through for your last and final. All right, and guided by wisdom. This is for you, okay? It says you've walked this path before and know the steps to take. Though you fear upsetting others, you're being called to follow the wisdom deep within, even if it's not popular, as it will lead you to true balance and harmony. There you go. Okay, Bake 215, thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, and support. Can you please write your second question? If not, I'm just going to channel for your third question here, okay? And then you could give me that second one in a bit. But just letting you know, at 4:45, I gotta finish these messages. So if I don't do all of them now, then you could catch me again, Bake 215, and then when I do a live, I'll put the time set aside for you during one of the lives. Okay. So what was the question? Let's spill the tea on what happened between me and us. Oh, in the next 2 months. Yes. Okay. Perfect. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, because that speeds everything along. All right, intuitive friends, just to let you know, welcome. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box, okay? All right, pardon the glitches, pardon the interruption. I mean, we are in Mercury retrograde. This is going to happen in general. Maybe in your own lives, you're going to see it. So if I were you, back up those files, make sure that those connections, are as clear as you can when when you're doing stuff, because you might lose some files this Mercury retrograde, especially with all this energy that's coming through. There was a lunar eclipse last night. Just a lot coming through, okay? In regards to those chefs. All right, so that being said, thank you so much, Bake 215. The second question here for you, Bake 215, we're going to take a look at that right now at this moment in time. Just give me 1 second. Let me put these back. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, Intuitive Friends. And of course, let's give a round of applause to Butterfly for volunteering here. I greatly appreciate it here, Butterfly, for your patience and for the patience of all of you who are taking part. By the way, the list is closed, so you're going to have to catch me maybe later tonight. Okay, I do have a meeting I have to rush to at 4:45, so I don't have that much time here. I mean, I know these are 10-minute readings. Sometimes I go over, but I really need to be more kind of focused on the time now. So let's see. Bay 215, let's see here what's coming through in regards to, and of course, as a reminder, Bay 215, these messages are for entertainment purposes only, okay? So let's spill the tea on what's going on. I'm sorry, what may potentially happen here between Bake 215 and S within the next 2 months. Okay, so let's see here. This is more of a predictive one, possibly or potentially. If things are the way they are now, how is this going to possibly here unfold between Bake 215 and S within the next 2 months? Okay, so let's hop on this 10 minutes. It's 4:12 here, so 10 minutes, 22. I'll do it till 4:25. Okay. Love's disguise. Go beyond superficial looks and see who they truly are. There's something about going deeper. Going deeper in regards to just maybe emotions that have been quiet. Okay. There's two people with masks. This could be you and S both feeling in the next 2 months where you're either hiding the uncomfortability of the separation, the sadness of what's going on, okay? And flight plan says some things fall apart for better things to come, okay? So there goes that flight plan right behind this card here. So there's this kind of realization that, hey, listen, we are not together. Yes, we miss each other. Yes, things may have fallen apart for things to be better. And let's see what else the rest of the reading, okay, unfolds. But this love's disguise could be feelings, emotions, thoughts, or situations that may be happening behind the scenes that seem a little bit kind of like, you don't need to know, I don't need to know, we don't know. So there's this energy here that's coming across as more of a division at this moment in time, but let's go a little deeper here, okay? You know me, we're going to spill this tea. Give me here more insight, more clarity here in regards to what may possibly be going to happen here between Big 215 and S within possibly the next 2 months. There's still a separation, is how this is coming through. Well, let's see. Let's get more clarity here. Give me more clarity on the love's disguise. Actually, give me clarity here in between these two cards, because I feel that there's an energy right here that wants to come through. Give me more clarity in between love's disguise and 15. Let's see. Give me more clarity. It's interesting because the right side of my head hurts. Like there's a tingling. Yeah. Ego checked. Listen, that's why. I knew that. I know there's always a reason, intuitive friends. Why? There you go. There's always a reason why I do the things that I do. Okay. So remember that I said that I was feeling this energy, like there's something missing here in the middle. That's going to give me even more clarity about the love's disguise and the flight plan. And sure enough, we have ego check. Ego check is interactions are forcing you to confront your own ego. Hello, can you see me now? Did I lose you? Okay, good. Okay, there we go. You guys are back. Okay. Ego check. Like I said, there's a sense of kind of going deeper within yourselves. I do, like I said, I feel a separation. I don't feel like there's this like, oh, we're going to talk to each other within the next 2 months. I think there's a lot of healing that's taking place within the next 2 months. There's still this realization within the next 2 months. There's still this healing, this connecting, this type of grounding that both of you are experiencing. Okay, you have one person and there's a reflection of both. So both may still be within this energy of trying to figure something out within yourselves about what the separation is continued to unfold for the both of you. There is still this energy, and I said this, I still feel that there's this energy here, the separation, unspoken tension. Okay, again, very much here it says tension lurks beneath the surface. Remember that I said at the top of the reading, I feel that this mask is holding something back. What is it? I don't know. I know that whatever it is something that is connected to the fact that both of you are no longer together, which is why I felt here this energy that needed to be here in the middle in order to give more clarity. And the clarity that's coming in here in regards to this is that there's still some unspoken tension here. There's a sense here of there is still a division. emotional, mental, energetic, or no communication and no contact. There's this unspoken tension that both of you may be kind of hiding or trying to, place in the back burner as you continue to heal and to center yourselves in whatever it is that you have to accomplish or whatever it is that you may be wanting to accomplish. Okay. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. All right, let's get more clarity here in regards to, let's spill the tea on what is possibly going to happen between Big 215 and S within the next 2 months. I do feel the sense of still trying to figure things out, but there is this tension here. So that's where the masks may be going, may be connecting with. Okay, there's still like, yes, we're still separated, but there's just a lot of emotions and healing here that needs to happen underneath the surface individually here. Let's see what else is coming through. Give me more. And we have here the runner, fear of intimacy, running away, intensity, letting go, turmoil, fleeting again. There is this kind of runner chaser dynamic that may be happening behind the scenes. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. We're back. Okay. So we have the runner here. Like I was saying before, I don't know how much was, uh, you know, like what was picked up here in that conversation. But I was saying here, what I'm feeling is that there's this runner chaser dynamic. There is this feeling of one person here feeling the abandonment, feeling like there's a sense of like, I don't know what life unfolds, what's going to unfold. And then there's one person here fearing the intimacy. But the intimacy that I'm getting here is feeling like I'm afraid that the person that I'm no longer speaking with might have a intimate connection. Doesn't mean physical, but it could be an emotional, intimate connection with someone else. So there's this kind of lingering energy here residing within this healing process, this tension of like that's underneath, but also this energy here of this fear. There's like a fear, no matter how much like there's this, oh no, we both said that this is okay because we're just gonna like focus on our career, we're gonna focus on other avenues in our life, and I know we're gonna come together. Someone is panicking. Someone is panicking. And it could be both of you for two different reasons. One person could be panicking because it's not certain what may happen. Another person may panic because there's the sense of like, what if I lose them forever for real? Okay. So there are two people here fearing something. Okay. So that is what is kind of unfolding here within this next 2 months here. There's this very big fear of like, what if this just went left? You know what I mean? So let's see what else is coming through here. Okay. Give me more. What could be possibly happening here within the next 2 months between Big 215 and S? Celebration. Seek joy. Okay, that's what that's. Okay, within the next 2 months, there may be more healing than there is happening right now at this moment in time. Like I said that before, especially with this ego check, there could be more of the energy between this kind of like what you're feeling now or what is being felt now on both ends could be lessening and feeling more of like, well, how can I get myself out of this energy? How can I get myself out of this energy where I feel like I'm in fear, where I feel that there's a lot of tension here brewing underneath the surface, and the sadness that is coming through, and that I'm still reconciling the fact that there is a separation here. Okay. So this is coming across as like, well, how can I, meaning you in your end, her in her end, seek some type of joy at or recalibration as you're going through this really tough energy, okay? Reflection, okay? So seek joy and reflection. So again, more of this energy of thinking about stepping out of the reaction type of energy and stepping more into the reflective energy, saying, well, how can I make this a little bit easier on myself? Or how can we make this easier on ourselves, okay, individually? I do feel that there is still this kind of separation, but there is more of this kind of healing through it, like, and understanding that there's a fear here. There's a very big fear, whether it's on your end, on her end, that fear is still here. And it's like, how can I ease that fear? What can I entertain my mind towards? What are some things that I can do that can lift up this energy? Where can I place my, my mind towards? How can I take a look at something or lean into being optimistic, even though there's all this, potential energy going on, still very much connected to that residual, separation, or the residual energies or emotions or thoughts connecting to the separation. Okay. All right. Let's keep going here. And we're going to do one more. And then we're going to jump here at your last and final question. Actually, we're gonna take a look at the mindset that needs to have, or maybe the mindset that's gonna be here within the mindset in 2 months from now, because that's what this energy is. It's about 2 months from now. I mean, yeah, in 2 months, right? What's going to possibly unfold here in 2 months. So let's see. I feel the energy is going to lift up a little bit because the mindset is going to be different. There's going to be some newness that comes within the next 2 months. And I'm going to say this. I know your question is about 2 months, but don't be surprised that it's the next 3 to 4 months. Okay? Because you have the next 2 to 4 months. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So, because I'm getting 4 butterflies here. Look at that. The garden and the gate. I'm going to tell you how this is coming through. It's coming through that there's going to be a time here within the next 2 to 4 months. I know you said 2 months, but I'm telling you 2 to 4 months. There's going to be the sense of, okay, let me start moving forward. Or let me start recalibrating myself so that I can start getting myself out of the fear, of the tension, of the sadness, of the grief, of the missing, of the nostalgia, of the melancholic energies, of the memories. So the garden and the gate, it's about someone, meaning both of you here, because I know this is about both of you here, within the next 2 months, maybe starting to find or reconnect with the joy again, okay, with what makes your life feel good or makes it feel worth living or makes it feel worth getting up in the morning and smiling, and more of an optimistic type of energy here. It's like you are both going to seek the joy that is going to be important for you to be able to move in a mindset that is not about restriction, but rather of, let's see what life is going to unfold. Okay, let's see what unfolds here. Okay, so there's a sense here of like, okay, what does life have here? What do I need to step out of my comfort zone? Okay, because this sense of sadness has been uncomfortable for quite some time. So, how can I seek the joy? How can I just celebrate? How can I get into an optimistic type of energy? And how can I shift my mindset into that while things kind of settle and, the chips fall where they may? Okay. All right. Last but not least, here, let's see the mindset here. And then we're going to jump into your last and final question here. Okay, Big 215. Okay, let's see here the mindset that may be present between 2 to 4 months from now. Big 215 and S. Possible mindset here for the both of them between 2 to 4 months. I'm getting 2 to 4 months. Then so let me stop here. All right, back. Are we back? Hello, hello. I am back. All right. So Bake 215, let's see what mindset will possibly be here within the 2 to 4 months from now. Okay. All right. Let's see here between S and U. So let's see what's coming through here for the both of you. I will have to say this. So Bake 215. Ooh, something just flipped over. I don't know if you just saw that, but give me a second. Your third question, I'm going to come back later and do another 10. I'm going to do the super chat live, again, part 2. And then in that part 2, I am going to channel that message for you. Okay. So don't forget to come back for that message. All right. So if anybody else wants to join that part 2 reading, you can. But Bake 215 will be coming up first because I will be channeling those messages for you, Bake 215, based on that third question. Okay. So this is about the mindset that both of you may share. I am able to create positive changes in my life. Validation, confirmation here in what I said. I said exactly that a little while ago. I said there's the sense of celebration or seeking the joy in your lives again. Even though you are separated or no contact or not together, there is this sense of like you looking, both of you looking at the joy, okay? At the joy that life may unfold for you here. All right. So this tells me that I was right on point in regards to that energy. Is both of you saying to yourselves, listen, we got to get out of our own way and allow ourselves to, get out of our comfort zone. Yes, it's difficult. Yes, it's, not easy, but we got to create some type of positive changes, whether it's in the mindset or whether it's like kind of looking at the optimism of things. Okay. Last and final, and then of course we're going to be closing the readings. I will be coming back later where I'll be channeling Bake 215's third question, and then any of those of you who would like to take part in the part 2. So, ooh, that's interesting. Did you see that? I didn't even pick it. Profound healing. What did I say at the beginning of the reading that's going to be still going on here between 2 to 4 months? Healing. Healing. Okay? Healing. Okay? Healing those emotions, energies, those things that are still residually, maybe potentially here connected to the breakup here. Okay? So you have profound healing. I'm not surprised this is here. This says here, you in again between 2 to 4 months. This is the predictive possible message here. Both of you will be entering a period of deep soul restoration. Exactly what I said here with this card that I said is not just going to be you, it's going to be both of you in 2 months here in the same energy. Okay, healing in your own unique ways that you're going to heal. You're entering a period of deep soul restoration where many buried emotions and wounds are being brought to the surface. Validation, confirmation, that's exactly what I was talking about here with this love's disguise. There are a lot of emotions, fears here. Fear of abandonment, fear of intimacy. Will my partner find somebody else and be more intimate and forget about me? Or, how am I going to move forward? Whatever this is. Told you. It says it right here. I'm going to show you. Multiple transformations are weaving through your lives. Didn't I say 2 to 4 months? Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4 butterflies here. Butterflies are a symbol of new beginnings. Okay, there may be multiple things that may be occurring here between 2 to 4 months. New things happening in S's life, new things happening and unfolding in your life. There we go. Multiple transformations are weaving through your life. Release resistance. Didn't I say that someone here, or maybe both of you, are holding on to something so tightly because there's a fear? There's a fear. Am I going to lose the person that I love forever? Are they going to come back? Is there going to be a part two? Or is the part two going to be with someone else? Someone here is, I'm telling you, it's basically what I said, but here we go. Release resistance and allow these transformations to permeate every cell of your being. Only in full acceptance does true recovery begin. Only in true letting go of this breakup, separation, divorce, of whatever type of situation is going on here, only by letting go and not fearing an outcome that was being hoped here or whatever. But there's a lot of fears here. I'm sorry, but there's a lot of fears of someone here feeling like, oh my God, this is going to be the end. And there's a lot of wrestling with that. And the more there's this energy of wrestling it with it, the more resistance is happening here, and the more there's this kind of like, if it was going to take, let's say, just for example, if this kind of parting of ways was going to take, and again, this is just an example, 2 years, by being resistant is going to double. It's going to take 4. Instead of 4, if it was going to take 3, it's going to take 6. It's like the doubling effect, because there needs to be the sense of healing through this and allowing things to unfold at their due time, at their divine timing. Okay, there's still a lot of the sense of unclarity here. There's a sense of uncertainty here, not just on your end, but on S's end. So both ends are uncertain about the future. And that uncertainty here, no matter how much is like, I know that this is why I, like, we did this for this specific reason, but you don't know what the future unfolds. And so the uncertainty is creating some type of fear. So that's how this is coming across. So profound healing here is coming through, telling the both of you here, possibly here within 2 to 4 months, that there's still going to be this sense of residual energy. And maybe that's the reason why, like you said, 2 months, and I'm saying 2 to 4. So it's that doubling effect. So there you go. That being said, Bake 215, I'm going to come back later and do the reading for you for part 3 for you. But in the meantime, I am going to close this session. I want to say thank you to you, Bake 215, and to all of you subscribers who have come and have taken part. I want to come back as soon as I finish, because I do have a phone call that I need to do, a meeting that I have to attend. So I'm going to do that, and then as soon as that happens, I'm going to come back. I want to thank Butterfly and Bake 215 and all of you who have shared and taken part in this reading. Thank you so much for your generosity. I'll be back as soon as I finish with that meeting. And Bake 215, I'm going to write down the question so that when I come back, that's the first question that I'm going to be channeling for you, okay? Thank you so much, intuitive friends, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.